Hey everybody in the video online world, yes it's me again, Miss Isabel Marie 13, coming from my kitchen on Sunday, February 12th, 2012. Today is the official day 28 of the Favao Fitness Challenge. Today is the 4-week weigh-in. It's the food prep for week 5, ending week 4, the first month. I am happy to announce that I am down 16 pounds total in 4 weeks. That's 2 pounds from last week. I'm down 2 inches from my waist, 2 inches from my thigh from last week, from my hips from last week as well. So in total, drum roll please, in the last 4 weeks I have lost 16 pounds, 8 inches in my waist, 8 inches in my thigh, in my hips, excuse me, I keep wanting to say thighs, and I couldn't be happier. I am so loving this program. It's really a wellness, lifestyle reset versus a diet because, there's no starving and stuff. And if you've been able to see, over the weeks I've been eating things like pizza and tacos and burritos and blueberry pancakes and stuff, so it's not been like I'm starving myself or depriving myself. I am actually down on my last belt loop. This belt has 5 loops. I'm down on my last belt hole before I need to downgrade to a smaller belt. I'm super duper excited. Week 4 went very well. I was very impressed by the food, the simplicity of it, and last week I saved a lot of money at the store, buying a little every week, buying a little extra, but this week I think I set a record for myself. So let's get on with the food. So as always, we have our Zango Favao supplements. Let me introduce you if you've never seen them before. Here's the proteins back here, the Favao Bible, Zango Favao Stevia, the Metabolic, the Cleanse, and the Fiber. This is Zango's Elevive. These all come from the same product line. The juice, everything here, same company, Zango. This is for mental clarity. These are omega-3s, very important to your body. They don't produce them, and bone health. These are the Zango 365 multivitamins. A couple of things that I suggest you have on hand at all times is one of my favorites. This is the Glad Wrap Press and Seal Saran Wrap. I love it. It sticks. I actually have this one and the freezer one. You want to put anything together every time I do my chicken, I always put them in here. I do have some wax paper, some foil. Here are my 1-ounce cups and lids. I do recommend you get these. As I said last week, I recommend these Rubbermaid food storage containers because the top snaps into the bottom so you don't lose them. Plus, they snap together, so if you ever want to put them in your fridge, it's an easier way to go. So let's go ahead and go on with the food. Over here I have some glutamine. This isn't from Zango, but I'm waiting for them to make me a Zango glutamine because I like it. It helps repair my muscles. Here are all my spices for the week. Some cooking spray. Here's some of the Fiber cereal from last week. It's been coming week after week with me because I got a big pack. These are the bananas from last week. Poor things, they're almost gone, but we're gonna cut them. We're gonna freeze them so we can use them for our smoothies this week. We have more eggs and eggs and eggs. Here's some mushrooms, lots of mushrooms, black beans, frozen strawberries. Back here we have some spinach because we're gonna have some great stuff this week that includes spinach. Here's for cucumbers. Here's my chicken that I always, like I said, I weigh it out. I buy ahead of time, so if I have extra, I weigh it out, I season it, I wrap it in the press and seal, I write how many ounces, and then I put all 3 of them into a freezer bag and then freeze them that way. Now I did want to show you that I went and bought more measuring cups and spoons. I already had 2 sets. I had this one and another one, but I like the black set a lot better because they're a lot slimmer. They fit into different, containers a lot easier without a lot of spilling. And also, I don't know if you can see this or not, but every cup has 2 measurements. On the inside, where it's a little bit smaller, it has 1/8, and then on the actual cup is 1/4. So you're actually getting 8 cups. And the best thing about this purchase is that they come like this from the store, from Walmart. And it's a set of both for 88 cents. So you can't go wrong. I definitely recommend you getting a couple of them. Plus, they're very durable. I like that. Here's some onions. Here's some blackberries that we had from last week or the week before. 2/6, yeah, so a couple weeks ago. Last week maybe when I stored them. And they were frozen. Some oranges. We have some cottage cheese. These are fruit leather strips. Basically, they're dried fruit. And they're good for you. So I have grape. We actually didn't use so much of the brown rice that I overcooked the first week, so we actually have enough for this week as well. So that's been stretched in a very long way. It's been frozen. I love it. Back here we have the skim milk that's been stretching as well. A little goes a long way. The rice cakes, we have lettuce. Here we have cabbage. Here we have our crackers. Now I couldn't find the small crackers, which would be a serving of 16 of them, would be the serving size. But 2 of these crackers, which are also, they're bigger and they're whole grain, is the same equivalent as far as calories goes. It's a good way to improvise in case you couldn't find them. I believe we already said cabbage. I'm not sure if we did. Here is peanut butter. I actually was looking for almond butter, but when I looked at the labels, the natural peanut butter went a long way and was more healthier than the almond butter, believe it or not. And these I'm going to discuss in a second. Here's some more salsa from last week. Here's a little bit of Greek yogurt I had froze with the Dijon mustard and the apple cider vinegar. We're actually going to make our own little Dijon salad dressing, which is really cool. Water, of course, you need lots and lots and lots of water. Here's more water. I recommend getting at least 4 or 5 of these, filling them up, and then just having them on hand in your thing. I refill mine all the time, but just in case you need a new fresh bottle, they're ready to go. Different sizes of snack bags. That's always a plus, plus, plus. Here is my actual grocery list for this week. All the green is the things I already had at home, so you could see, and even like this one here, I had half of it, so I only needed 4 cans instead of, you know, the 7 and things like that as well. And that was actually really nice because it saved me a lot of money. So speaking of savings and money, this is my receipt for the week. Now don't be mad, okay? I got all the things that I needed, which wasn't much. Dun, da, da. Total came out to be $25.29 for the week worth of food. It pays, and it even sees the plastic, see the 8-piece plastic cups for 88 cents. So that wasn't food, but I added that in because I was going to need it. Now, it is a great thing to save money. I go every week and I buy a little more here, a little bit more there. Eventually, I know I'm going to have to run out and buy, you know, start all over again, so to speak. I averaged out what I'm spending. I think it's been averaging about $42 to $43 per week for the 4 weeks of the Favao food. Now that, mind you, that's 6 meals a day, 7 days a week, including what I feed my son as well. So that's a really good thing to have. I always recommend you have a pen so you can check off your list and make any notes, a highlighter, because if I highlight something, that means I already have it. I do put the non-Favao stuff in the back. I also put the advertisements to compare prices on, like I've explained in my other videos. And I also recommend you having a permanent marker on hand, because then you can mark things like that so you can store them and let them know the dates. Now, going on to the peanut butter here, I want to show you guys that I think it's really important to compare nutritional value. I had this one at home, which I didn't realize until I just got home and was going through the pantry. And when you're looking at the one I bought, which is the generic, it's the Great Value brand, Natural Crunchy. And I started comparing nutritional value. Now, serving size is the same size. Calories from fat on this one is going to be 190. This one's going to be 180. I don't know if you can see that or not. The sodium is 120 on this one. The sodium on that one is 80. So this one is better for sodium as far as less salt is concerned. The carbs on this one is actually 6 grams of carbs, and this one's actually 8 grams. You know, so there's a little bit of a difference there, you know, and I actually decided that I'm going to go with the generic brand just because nutritional value, it actually is less in calories, less in carbs, along with what I'm doing, a little bit more high in sodium, but, you know, for the trade-off, I don't think it's a bad choice. When you're going to find your products, please compare them. Even if they look the same, even if they're about the same, compare them. I find that 9 out of 10 times the generic actually is not only cheaper, but is better in nutrition value than the regular ones, than the name brand ones. And you do save money as well. I know I did a comparing nutritional value the other day for 2 almond milks, and one was flavored and the other wasn't, and it was a big difference in calories and things like that as well. So please make sure that you're counting them. This one's for my son, this one's going to be for me. Whatever's left over, I will be able to use it again. So I really didn't buy too much this week. I'm really, really excited. But there's one thing I did want to show you guys and share with you guys. If you don't have one of these, or 2 or 3 or 4 in your house, you need to get them. What this is this is a produce keeper from Mainstays. I got them at Walmart. They're about $10 for this size, which is the big size. They come in smaller sizes. Here's the lid to the smaller one. I don't know if you can see that, but it's a big difference. I like the bigger ones versus the smaller ones, but I have both. Now, this one is brand new. I didn't buy it just this week. I've had it brand new for a while. Every time I go to Walmart, I try to pick up another one because they don't stock them that much. They maybe bring 2 or 3 at a time, and they are phenomenal. Now, because we have spinach this week, and you're going to want to keep it fresh and crispy, you're going to want to get one of these storage keepers. I've done paper bags. I've done regular bags from the grocery store. I've done those green bags to try to keep my produce fresh, and they don't work. They don't work as well. But this produce keeper is the best thing since sliced bread when it comes to keeping your stuff fresh. It actually comes with a divider in the middle if you need to divide them up. And how it works is this. Let me open this up for you. Had another one open, but it's okay. We'll open it for you guys. What you're going to do is, you see in the front, it has different kinds of vegetables and fruits. Asparagus, berries, carrots, celery. Now, let's say you have asparagus. You're going to go ahead and put them in there. Preferably uncut, washed but uncut. But if you do cut them, that's okay too. Especially if you slice your spinach, your lettuce, whatever for the week, store it in here. So let's say you have asparagus on this side, or in this right now. You're going to put the asparagus in, and it has a little raindrop. So what you're going to do is on the bottom, you can either pull this bottom off, or you can just put it through the holes. You're going to put like 1 or 2 tablespoons of water, and it says close. So you're going to put the water in there, and you're going to close the air holes and put that in your fridge. And it's going to keep your produce fresh for a very, very long time. It has herbs, lettuce, peas, peppers. You know, if it has the water, put water in it. If not, don't. Open, close. It's pretty simple, self-explanatory. They have different sizes. I've actually been able to keep chopped lettuce fresh in one of these for like 3 to 4 weeks. And I'm not talking about brown, slimy, you know, yucky, disgusting, dried out lettuce. I'm talking about fresh, crisp, like you just cut it yesterday kind of freshness. So if you don't have one of these, I recommend getting a lot of these. Stock up on them if you can, because especially if you're on a Favao journey like we are, especially if you're eating well, it does go a long way. So I think I covered all the bases. You know, here's the food for the next week, 5th week. I am down again, like I said, 16 pounds, 4 weeks. That's an average of 4 pounds a week. I'll take it. I did have somebody ask me yesterday, yesterday, if they would have to be on the system forever. And I told them that they owe it to themselves to at least give themselves the first 12 weeks. Give your body the gift of 12 weeks of good eating, good rest, good hydration, good supplementation, good exercise, and then gauge where you want to go from there. I think that's the best thing you could do. So yes, down 16 pounds, 8 on my hips, 8 on my waist, 8 inches down on both of them. Feeling great, ready to downgrade to a smaller belt, looking great. I just love the way I feel. And if you want to follow my progress, please do. It's facebook.com/IsabelMarie13, youtube.com/IsabelMarie13, or you could go to www.screwdiets.com to find out more about the Favao system. I hope these videos help you. I'm looking forward to seeing your comments and feedback, and you guys have a most fabulous day. Bye.